there was this water bearer, and his pots that he dipped into the river were getting old and tired. So he said to the master, "Please, I need some rupees to go to the market and buy some new pots." And so the master gave him a lot of money. And he was quite excited. He went down to the market, and he picked the most beautiful pots. In fact, the matching set. And they were big, heavy pots, so he wouldn't have to make too many trips. And they were a perfect set. They were matched and beautifully decorated. So the first day he took his stick that he put on his shoulders and he hooked. You know, they had handles on them. He put one on this end and one on that end, and he walked down the hill to the river. And he put this one in, and then he put this one in. He filled them up, and he started walking up the path, and he noticed that the one on the left was dripping. It dripped a lot. Well, whatever. He didn't want to tell the master that he had picked imperfect pots, so he used them anyway. Well, the next time he went down to the river, and he put this pot in and filled it, and he put that pot in and filled it, and he put it up on his shoulders, and he walked up the path. And he got an idea about that drip, but he said nothing. Well, this went on for months. And after a while, the pot with the crack noticed that he had made extra trips. It was a little bit harder to get enough water for the master's use. And so he said to the water bearer, "I am so sorry. You have to make many more trips because of my flaw. I drip, and your burden is so much heavier." And his brother pot, who was perfect, said, "I don't drip at all. I'm perfect. I bring a full measure every time." And that made the crackpot feel even worse. And the water bearer said, "Next time we go down the path, I want you to notice the path really well. Look carefully around you." And so they went down, and he got the water on this side and that side, and they walked up, and he went to the top. And he said, "Do you see anything?" And he said, "No, I see nothing but my flaw. I am ashamed of my flaw." And the water bearer turned and said, "Let me show you." And he turned around. He says, "Look at the path carefully." And the crackpot said, "I see nothing." The water bearer said, "But you missed something wonderful. You see, on your side of the path, there are beautiful flowers growing. I have known of your flaw since the very first day I used you. And so I planted seeds along the path so that flowers could grow. And your job all this time has been to water the flowers. Every evening after my work is done, I come down here and I gather a bouquet of flowers. And I bring them to the master's home, and I put them on the table, and it makes his wife smile with delight. And when I'm through with that, I come back to this path, and I grab a smaller bunch of flowers. Sometimes I smell them. They smell so good. And I bring them to my dingy little hut. We don't have much. My wife and children and I are very poor. But I put it on the table, and my little children, they sniff it, and sometimes they sneeze, and sometimes they smile. But because of your flaw, there is beauty in the world. I have joy in my heart, as does my wife, who kisses me when I bring those flowers. So you see, my children, I tell you this story today because we're all crackpots. I'm a crackpot, and you're a crackpot. But if we'll learn to use our flaws for the betterment, because each has a flip side, the world will be a better place. And that is also true. Thank you.